Hi, and welcome to my little series talking about historical clarinets. Today's clarinet is an instrument from the later 18th century. This is a copy of an instrument by Theodor Lotz, who is a Viennese maker, and this would have been used around 1780 to 1800. The reason Lotz's instruments are special is that we know he made clarinets for the players that Mozart wrote his music for. So this is the kind of instrument that would have been used for the Mozart Kegelstadt Trio, for the Quintet for Piano and Wind, and is similar to the kind of instrument the concerto would have been written for, although that's a clarinet in A with an extended range. So this instrument is made of boxwood. It's been stained to a darker colour, and it has keys made of brass. There are 5 keys. And clarinets had 5 keys from the around 1770s till about 1800. This is a low E key and a B key, like on a modern clarinet. And also this is an F sharp and a C sharp key, again like a modern clarinet. And that here, that's your low A flat or your E flat in the upper register. And we've also got up here a key for A. And then on the back, the speaker key. And what happened was, in around 1800, there was a huge explosion in changes in clarinet design. And in the space of about 10 years, they went from having 5 keys like this, to 6 and 7 and 8, and finally to 10 or 11 keys like this one. This is an instrument about 1810, lots more keys. Because this clarinet only has 5 keys, the system of fingering is a bit like a recorder. You have a combination of what we call open and cross fingerings. So an open fingering is like a normal fingering, for instance, that's like a middle C. Cross fingering is when you have a closed hole followed by an open hole followed by a closed hole. So that's an example of a B flat in the low register. And the cross fingerings have a much more muffled sound than the open fingerings. So that gives the whole instrument a very uneven and characterful scale, which the composers knew about, and they exploited that when they wrote it. It also means that these clarinets aren't really very happy playing in keys with more than 1 sharp or 2 flats. So, for instance, if I play you a C major scale, it works pretty well. If we play a G major scale, it's almost as good. And F major works really well. So if you've ever wondered why so much clarinet music from the classical period is in the key of E flat, that's because F works really well on these instruments, which is the transposed key. However, if I go further afield and I play a B flat major scale, or E flat, you can hear that particularly in the low register, it's a lot more uneven, and it's also a lot harder to play. Sometimes composers understood about the sounds of these very remote keys and used that. For instance, in Franz Krommer's clarinet concerto, he writes a scale in D flat major, which is pretty much unheard of, and he uses it for a really special colour.